Denver and Minnesota Duluth not budging from those 1 and 2 spots. The mostly conference tourney time, Elite Eight, currently looks like this. Western Michigan up 3 notches to number 3. Harvard drops to 4. UMass Lowell steady at number 5. Minnesota, Boston University, and Union round out the top 8. Welcome to College Hockey Now. I'm John Evanson along with former Stony Brook netminder Brendan Jones. Tourney time is a terrific time. Lots to sort through today, B, but just give us an idea of what this time of year is like for the players involved. You remember, it wasn't too long ago, right?
Not too long ago, but this is why you play the game. You play to play in front of these fans in these great atmospheres with everything on the line. I can't wait.
All right, well, let's start by taking a look at the fresh and new untouched NCHC bracket. Number 1 seed Denver taking on an 8th seed known to be sneaky deaky Colorado College. North Dakota, Western Michigan, and Minnesota Duluth round out the top 4. What do you see?
The sneaky deaky Colorado College actually got swept by Denver. Denver has owned them these past few years. Don't see any trouble for the Pioneers there. Huge series, North Dakota, St. Cloud State, then Western UNO. A lot of offense in that one, and Duluth needs to start playing a little bit better hockey come this time of the year, but they'll get into the NCAA tournament.
Okay, so who needs a first round win the most in your estimation, Jonesy?
Well, I mentioned it just before. I said that North Dakota and St. Cloud series is huge. I cannot stress that enough. North Dakota, potentially no Brock Besser. He is right now questionable with an injury. They're coming off a sweep of Miami, playing some of their best hockey with him in the lineup, so they'll definitely need him. But like I mentioned, they are rolling right now. And then St. Cloud State, they are actually behind them in the pairwise. They need this series to really propel themselves into pairwise contention, and even if they don't get into those top 14 seeds in the pairwise, they need this series to advance themselves in the NCHC tournament, because they're going to need to win this tournament if they want to get into the NCAA tournament. So this series is gigantic.
Side note there, UND will have home ice advantage in the conference playoffs for the 15th straight year. They've worked hard for it. They're going to want to definitely take advantage of that. In Hockey East, there was one upset in the first round. New Hampshire upset Merrimack in 3 games, but things should get very interesting. Of course it will. It's Hockey East. The quarterfinals should be very entertaining.
Oh, absolutely. Best of 3 game series here once again. UMass Lowell, UNH. That's going to be a good one. UNH, like you mentioned, took down Merrimack. I love the Notre Dame Providence series. So much speed, defensive battle maybe in that one. BU Northeastern, we'll get a front row seat to that one on Saturday. And BC and Vermont as well. Huge for both those teams in terms of pairwise NCAA rankings as well.
Well, you can watch with us Game 2 of the Northeastern and Boston University game right here on ASN on Saturday night. Boston University has a huge advantage in so many ways, because 6 of their players were on Team USA in the World Juniors. They won gold. One of them was on Team Canada, who lost that game.
Yeah, sorry, Toronto native.
Okay, just brought it back.
No problem.
But that experience in big-time games, that should come in huge this time of the year, right?
It does.
Should.
It does bode well, but hey, they're playing Northeastern, the reigning Hockey East champ. They have some experience of their own, and like I mentioned, this series is going to be so fun to watch, because you look at Northeastern, they have arguably the best top 6 in the entire country. Zach Aston-Reese might win the Hobie. Dylan Secura right there, that man is up for it as well. But BU, their confidence is back. We heard from David Quinn earlier in the week. They are feeling good. They're working hard in practice. They got a nice week off. They need to stay out of the box. Northeastern's power play is absolutely lethal. Discipline is huge in this one. BU needs to go back to that blue-collar mentality.
Can't wait to work that game with you. You guys better tune in as well.
Have
it's going
to
be a good one. All right, so far it's status quo in the ECAC tournament. All of the faves, Yale, Quinnipiac, Clarkson, and Princeton, all moving on. And wow, I mean, Princeton, did they ever move on in a dramatic way by the skin of their chinny chin. 1 second left in that one.
On the brink of elimination, they bury one in the 3rd period with 1 second left. Then they go on and win it in overtime. An unbelievable thriller there for the Tigers.
All right, so it's Harvard, St. Lawrence, Cornell, and Union waiting and ready for 4 talented teams, still buzzing off their first round wins. What about Princeton, B? Can they pull off more magic against Union?
I really think that they can. They just need to play their best hockey. Union, obviously one of the more prolific offenses in ECAC. But if Princeton wants to take down that Dutchman, Colton Finney is going to be the difference maker. He is the netminder for them, and we have seen it from Princeton before. They have beaten Quinnipiac, very good team. Bemidji State, the #1 seed in the WCHA. They've taken down St. Lawrence. They've beaten Clarkson. They know how to play these teams. They play their brand of hockey, and if they play it well for 60 minutes, they can definitely take down Union. They just really need to shut down that top line of Vecchione, Fu, and Vidmar.
Again, I don't know what to. It'll be so fun to watch that, and a couple of fantastic semifinal games in the WCHA, including the #1 seed, Bemidji State, salivating for revenge against Bowling Green, the very team that knocked them out of the first round of the conference playoffs last year, and they are fully equipped for that revenge.
Absolutely, but Bowling Green was actually picked to win this conference before the season actually started. They're finally getting some good goaltending out of Chris Nell as well.
Well, the other semifinal game is the 3-2 game, Minnesota State taking on Michigan Tech. What do you think of that one?
I like Michigan Tech. I really, really do. They have a great goaltender in Angus Beef Redmond. He's a freshman, but they also have a ton of upperclassmen leading the way. Michigan Tech, a very good team, well coached by Mel Pearson, Joel Lestrons, to name a note, Shane Hanna, Matt Roy, Reed Sturos. They shared the regular season title last year. We mentioned that experience earlier in the show. I wouldn't be surprised if they took down Minnesota State. I wouldn't be surprised at all.
Because in college hockey, the short 3-game series, it's all about getting hot. So you mentioned some teams already, but who can you see potentially going on a big playoff run here?
I don't know if it's a total surprise, and like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if Michigan Tech actually went, but I love Bowling Green, man. I really think that this is their year, and they're playing their best hockey at this time of the year because they have guys like Chris Nell in between the pipes that is finally getting that confidence back. You also have Tyler Spezia, an upperclassman, doing his thing, playing extraordinarily well. They faced a ton of adversity in the beginning of the year. Now they're finally settling down. They've went on a couple win streaks here and there. They've learned the rest of their league. They're finally playing a great system that Coach Bergeron always preaches there. They're physical, they're fast, they're tenacious. Wouldn't be surprised at all if Bowling Green were to make a push. Hey, they were the preseason favorites, like I said.
All right, so biggest shocker, though, might be in the Atlantic, where Niagara, a team that's had major struggles this season, knocked off RIT. What the heck happened here?
I think the Purple Eagles caught the Tigers by surprise. This is a very good team. This is also a very good tournament. I'm very impressed with some of the teams in their first round efforts. I mean, Army, Mercy Sharks, that's a great series. Canisius can't get knocked off by Niagara, one of the best goaltenders in the country. Don't foresee that one happening, but I honestly think that Niagara caught them by surprise.
Yeah, sneaky deaky. They're sneaky deaky, not Colorado College.
I've never heard that until today, sneaky deaky, but I like it.
Hey, you can use it. All right, only 6 teams in the Big Ten, of course, always tight at the top. Still a fight for that #1 seed against Minnesota and Wisconsin right now. 2 very hockey-centric states, so no big surprise there, and they are into it in those, in those campuses.
Absolutely, and this is great for college hockey when these 2 programs are battling for hardware this time of the year. It means a ton to the NCAA on the whole.
All right, sticking with the Big Ten, Penn State. Well, there you go. There's the standings. What do you see there? So Penn State, right there as we watch them. We're going to talk about them a little bit later, but they could go on a big winning streak right here and scrap out some big wins, take the Big Ten tourney, right?
Absolutely.
All right, well, you're going to break them down. B's breakdown. Let's break down Penn State. I just decided that now. Let's do it when we come back.
All right.
Well, welcome back to College Hockey Now. We talked about the Big Ten just before the break. Minnesota, Wisconsin will get that #1 conference seed. That's a foregone conclusion. But Penn State is a team they have to watch out for in the conference tournament because they are scrappy, they are talented, and they are about to be broken down in B's breakdown. We're going to show us why Penn State could surprise everyone here.
Well, maybe not surprise everybody, just because
Minnesota and Wisconsin.
maybe those two. But this is a very good team, and they keep things simple. And I want to show you here on the power play. Let's show you some of their skill a little first. Look how many times Brandon Byro peeks over his right shoulder to make sure that he has his man in front of the net. He's eventually going to get the puck down low. Look, it looked like a no-look pass. That's what I'm trying to get at. It looked like he didn't take a peek over his right shoulder, but he took 3-4 peeks over his right shoulder before he got the puck in front of the net to Chris Malari, who once, if it doesn't work, try it again, twice, and maybe it'll work the third time. And it sure did.
Third time is a charm, as they say.
Always is. Penn State is a very relentless team. Blocks the shot right here. Trevor Hamilton just flipped the puck out. Dennis Smirnov with an unbelievable pass, by the way, bats it out of the air. Nate Soucies makes the pass to David Goodwin. Nice skill, nice shot, quick release by Goodwin. Very underrated.
That looked like a soccer game the way he flew that puck to center ice.
Yeah, let's see it one more time. Gonna just flip it out, get it out, keep things simple. Get the puck out of the zone, go to the races. Dennis Smirnov, they create that triangle. Patience, nice. David Goodwin, same shot, low blocker. If it's not broke, don't fix it, man. Then right here, one more time, flip the puck out of the zone. Let's go to the races. Alec March, right here, your Penn State man. Watch as he pursues this puck. Relentless, heavy on the forecheck, gets his man to fall. Let's stay with him. You know why we're going to stay with him? Because he's going to be the beneficiary of it right here. Buries that one in the back of the net. Hard work always pays off. Alec Marsh, not a penalty, just heavy on that forecheck. And then you can see he's going to get the rock back. Nice move, nice pass, goal. Penn State keeping things simple, and they are the top 10 team in the country.
Coming up next on College Hockey Now, Brennan gets on the old Skype with who may very well be the College Player of the Year, and he may soon have the Hobie Baker Award to prove it. We'll hear from Northeastern's Zach Aston-Reese coming up.
Welcome back to College Hockey Now. We are now joined by Northeastern Huskies Staten Island native Zach Aston-Reese. Zach, thanks for coming on. How are you?
Good. Thanks for having me.
All right, so I mentioned you're a Staten Island native. What was it like growing up in one of the 5 boroughs where ice isn't necessarily the easiest thing to find?
It wasn't too bad. I think that's kind of where I got my toughness from, kind of just playing in the schoolyards and stuff. And I remember I had to travel to Jersey a lot to get that good ice.
Well, you mentioned you traveled to Jersey. Now, you aren't the only Staten Island native enjoying some senior season success. We talked a little bit before the interview about Joe Gambardella. He was at the Rockets the year after you. He's having a great year at Lowell. I know you guys play a little summer hockey together. You guys still stay in touch a little bit?
Yeah, a little bit. And, every time we play Lowell, get a little conversation at the face-off. So it's always good to see Joe.
For sure. And speaking of great players, you lead the nation in points and goals. What's been the biggest difference for you this year?
For me, it's just been being ready around the net. I watched a lot of tape over the summer from last year, and there's some chances where, I just wasn't ready for the puck, or the puck would bounce over my stick, or I couldn't get it off quick enough. So that was kind of one of the things I worked on this summer.
How about, being healthy definitely helps. I know you kind of got hurt at inopportune times. I spoke to, your head coach, Jim Madigan, and he said, he was never really healthy the previous 3 years that he was here. He was kind of bit by the injury bug. It's got to feel good to be going this whole year.
Yeah, definitely. And, they were just kind of weird injuries, like fingers, kind of got my fingers cut out, and then blocking a shot in practice. So, they were definitely nagging, but, I've been fortunate enough to be healthy this whole year.
All right, well, how about this team? A little inconsistent with the results, but you look at the roster and you can't help but notice that there's potential to make a serious late season run here in Hockey East. What is it going to take to do that?
Yeah, definitely. We've been, battling the injury bug as a team this year. And guys had to step up, and they were put in positions they weren't, used to being in. And I think they actually got a lot of confidence from that, kind of just had to battle through it. And now that we're fully healthy, I think we have a really tough team to play against.
And how about your line? You played with most of the season. You've played with the Stevens brothers. What's it like playing with 2 brothers? Are you kind of the odd man out, no?
No, they kind of adopted me as the third Stevens brother. I got down to their shore house in Seattle this summer, and We skated a bit this summer together, and I'm really close with them, and their parents are good to me. So
their parents, it's not bad knowing an NHL associate head coach, is it not?
no, definitely. He always has some good insight, and he loves the game. So it's good to be around him.
Now, obviously, your name gets thrown around in the Hobie Baker conversation, and I know you try to block everything out, and everyone has different ways of doing that. But how do you stay focused on the task at hand?
Just kind of the same thing. I just show up to the rink every day, and it's been a little bit easier with Sakura because the spotlight's not always on me. He gets the spotlight too, and then you have Gaudette there, who unfortunately didn't get the nominee, but he's been as good as anyone else. And you have the Stevens brothers too, and there's plenty of spotlight to go around.
Typical hockey player response: deflect it. Just no, I don't want any of the attention. Just deflect it the whole time.
Yeah.
All right, so obviously big series coming up against BU, national tourney implications on the line to add to it all. What does Northeastern need to do to be successful this weekend?
I think we just need to play a full 60 minutes. We played them earlier, and a home-and-home series in the second night. We were playing really well, and in the second period we let off for 5 minutes, and I think they scored 2 quick goals within 30 seconds. We didn't have a healthy team, so I think going in with the healthy team will be good, and just not letting off the gas, because if you let off, they're going to attack, and they have some skilled forwards that can score.
Absolutely. Maybe try to embrace some of that late season push last year that you guys had, and maybe it'll work out again this year for you guys.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, so I like to have some fun with the guests here on College Hockey Now. Obviously, Zach Aston-Reese, great shot, such an improvement, up for the Hobie Baker Award winner. So now I've read 3-4 stories on you a week. What's something that I don't know about Zach Aston-Reese?
Something you don't know is I'm a graphic design major at Northeastern. So I'm kind of the artsy type.
Really?
So, yeah. I mean, I kind of get chirped by my teammates for it, but, it's something I embrace and kind of took a different route than most of my teammates, and it's something I enjoy doing.
What exactly got you into graphic design? Not like a hockey player, like you said.
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of just studied arts when I was younger in middle school. My school had like a magnet program, so I was in the fine arts program there, and my mom owns a small embroidery shop back home, so I was kind of in the shop doing some stuff for her and doing computer graphics things. And when I got here, Northeastern had a pretty good program. So.
All right. Well, hey, if once your hockey career is over, because I know it'll go a long way, you could go ahead and start designing some cool graphics. Zach Aston-Reese, the artsy type. Thanks for coming on College Hockey Now.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Well, Zach Aston-Reese not only sounds like a cool 1980s kid sitcom name, but a lot of experts call him the most complete college hockey player on the ice. What makes him complete?
Well, he definitely has a 200-foot game. And
yeah.
When you talk to Jim Madigan, that's what he preaches. But Jim Madigan also says he can't even begin to explain all the positive attributes of Zach Aston-Reese. The kid makes great decisions with the puck. He breaks down film. He's on the ice after practice, before practice, working on his shot, working on his skating. This kid is literally the most complete hockey player in the country.
Sometimes you've just got it, and when you put the hard work in as well, you're a complete player, and everyone's buzzing about you. Can't wait for the top 8. The wait is over. The top 8 plays of the week are coming up next. It's top 8 time. Check out Western Michigan's Griffin Molino, zigzagging all over the place. Finally feeds Sheldon Dries for his Hattie.
2 unbelievable passes by Griffin Molino. Here's the second one. You saw the spinorama on the first one, does the same exact thing on the second one. The chemistry over there is unmatched between those two. Great feed.
Number 7, bad giveaway in front. Oh no! But Niagara's Jackson Tykerobe saves the day with the pad.
And Niagara absolutely stuns RIT. 42 saves for this kid in the big dub.
Number 6, it's almost like Tucker Poolman has a Velcro puck and stick here. The defense better get on him. He's in front, guys. Backhand scores!
Nobody goes to him, and he's a defenseman. Nobody goes to him, just said, you know what, why not? Walk out in front of the net and throw this one under the bar.
All right, let's move to number 5. What a pass on the fly from Denver's Troy Terry, Henrik Borgstrom to the toppest of top shelves.
This kid from Finland is special. Look, 3 players. Can't bring him down, just heads to the perfect area of the ice, right in front. Deflects it, top chief.
All right, number 4, Minnesota State's Parker Toomey dangles the snipe past like 5 defenders. There might have even been 6 or 7 defenders there, even though that's not possible.
Might even have gotten through a screen right here, and then, wow, that was a snipe. Upper left-hand corner.
Number 3, Princeton desperately looking to tie the goal to stay alive, and Eric Robinson,
Wow.
staying alive. There you go. They also scored in overtime, right?
Right here, Mac Verano, once again, just throws the puck to the net, and it goes in. Princeton stayed alive and then won on Sunday to advance.
Number 2, the Penn State defender forwarding the puck like a soccer goalie, and it works. Look at the transition here. Nate Soucis to David Goodwin Twinage.
I mean, the real play is this right here. Dennis Smirnoff bats it out of mid-air down the wing, then over to Goodwin, who walks, quick release, snipe, goal. Penn State wins.
That was a good replay. Number 1, fast break for Minnesota's Rem Pitlick, but his rebound even more impressive. Take another look, B. Got to take another look. You love it when they bat it out of midair
Spring
for the
training.
most impressive goal of the week. Whee!
Spring training is upon us, and these college hockey players might as well, put a bat in their hand. These kids have great hand-eye coordination.
I like the way you think. So Saturday night, Northeastern and BU, who's going to be behind the 8 ball going into that game, do you think?
I like Northeastern to take the first one on Friday. I really do.
That'll make it intriguing. Join us then. We'll see ya.